let's just cut to the chase about body goals, fitness goals. The typical cry that, oh, I can never achieve that body goal, and then here you point to my body or someone else's body, my real built or artificially intelligence made bodies. Definitely easy to tell the difference. So now think about this, that your perception of I can't do this because I will not have the ideal body anyway is an immature, out of the times mentality. It's the I came too late, I can't do it, victim mentality. It's like me coming here, I'm in my 40s now. I have to kind of check what year is it now, I forget. And then gonna cry that I'm not gonna be able to produce 5 kids like my sister because I forgot I'm not 20 anymore to start, right? So then I have to kind of just know it's up to me now how I react and be happy with my choices, because we all become the sum of our choices. For me, for you, and still have to come to that terms to be happy and, to not cry about how it was or what you feel you can't be. So when it comes to body goals and body image, and you feel defeated, discouraged because you're realizing that it's not gonna be built in short time. It's not gonna be here for you to kind of sit on a body that you saw and now it's yours. It's gonna be built and shaped and maintained and kept up and progressing. It's definitely nothing you can expect. You can start and then come and jump into it later and taking a long hiatus, because muscle memory, well, muscles don't stay there when they're not activated, and they're not going to be growing without you pushing and keeping on to keep the system, keep the environment for your body the same over and over and over, harder and harder. At large, at the total game is at over time, not all the time, but over time you are doing more work than you could do before in order to keep on building. That's how it works. So when you look at the body, the typical thing clients say is like that you get discouraged because it's going to take too long time, or you can never have that body because you have had a body life just like me. And then here is what you got to know. You got to realizing that I don't have the perfect body for someone else. I don't have the ideal body. People who feel that my body like me, typical physique people, bodybuilders, fitness people, that's a kind of little clique of people. It's like a cult. Bodybuilding is never going to be mainstream enough to have everyone's, that's good, that's perfect, that's like normal, that's balanced, that's being in shape, but that's just average. I remember all those times people said, that's just perfect, that's just a little bit of fit to me. And here I've been training for decades, right? That's how people are. They don't understand the difference between visual and time and how long you build and how long it takes to grow, because we're very focused on surface and what we see and not what we can see or see in our mind and then make it real, but it takes longer time without doubting all the time. So anytime you quit on what you want to do, you're just stopping yourself. So you're not building anything. You can't build it later. It's really about keeping that mind really determined on what you're doing, what you want to believe. So when it comes to goals and body and you compare, you think like this. I don't have the perfect body for everyone. I'm criticized. I'm being always criticized. My whole life, people always like to pick apart bodies, and mine included. No matter what, I would always be not good enough, not lean enough, not fat enough, not in shape enough, not tall enough, not the same weight, not good skin color, not tight enough, not smiley enough, not have the good personality. I mean, whatever. There will always be something, because that is how humans always want to feel better, by picking out something that isn't good. Again, that yellow box where there's something that has a grade darker, you're not gonna be able to see past that little spot that is darker on that yellow box. That is how the mind is about your body. And I'm not having it. For me, hell no, I'm gonna have any criticism about me, because I have this rule. I am taking care of my body, I'm building my body. I love how I eat, I love how I train. I have to accept that I'm gonna gain some fat on me to gain the muscle I want. And I'm not getting my ego or my mind or my to kind of start to go back on my word. No, I'm not. I want to see myself gain the way I've never done, And this is so exciting, but it's also, those moments when the mind can kind of think, if I feel my belly here, how will I feel? So I just don't go that way. I'm really tough on myself on staying strong on this. Now, if you don't have that strength, and I know the feeling of not having the strength, even though you believe you're so strong-minded, me too. I didn't have that. I thought, well, I wanted to have the lean body, so that was a whole other life. What was most prioritized. You gotta see that goals change. What you want the most change, and you're gonna realize you gotta sacrifice and compromise and accept that if I want it all, I have to give 100%. I can't say I want it all and give 50. So for me, I have to give it all, so I do. I give myself. I'm not gonna try to get leaner. I'm just gonna enjoy gaining muscle, gaining weight, and do that. I'm just in love with this bodybuilding, bulking up. He was always about trying to be so lean and always getting freaked out when my body needs to gain some fat for me to gain the muscle. So, evolution. Tougher and cooler, and I'm so proud of myself. So when you think about the fitness goals, just think about this, that my body has always been criticized. It's my dream body. It has a lot of flaws. It will always be imperfect. That's the way it is. And I have 100% love for that. It's the way it is. For me, I'm perfect for me. And no matter how I say that, you will have because that's easy for you to say, because maybe you feel my body is better looking than yours. And that's what I'm just going to say. That's your perception. That's your own word. Because you can also see that my body is definitely nothing you want to build at all. You want to build something that is much less defined, much more voluptuous, much more curvy. Whatever is more feminine, more bigger, is going to be in your interest. Because it would be much, much tougher time, much, much harder mindset in order to get yourself to achieve what I have built for myself. So do you see? What a blessing in disguise that you have no interest to be as extreme, as built and chiseled like I do. If you look at my body as my lean and said, oh, I would never look like that, perfect, because it's too hard for most people to go that long to really tame the mind and to be master of it. So it's just the leaner you want to get the body, the tougher it's going to be for you. So it's just so good when you're realizing, what do you really want? Do you want to be happy? You want to eat and train and work out and just love your body? To let the body become the form for the life you live, the way I do. Because I am just living according to, I am eating well. I'm not eating any junk at all. I am 100% great with my nutrition, because that is how I build my body. I don't want any junk. So I'm really, really good, as in you would tell me, she's clean eating. Yeah, I don't go by that stupid term. But you get the point. That I'm not eating more. I'm not sneaking protein bars and cookies because I think it's going to help me build muscle. Because it will definitely be anabolic, because it will make me fatter, because anabolic means fattening and growing muscle. So it's just the way I know that if I don't watch myself and know that I can't ignore, I have to be conscious about things like measuring up certain parmesan. If I believe and it's a little bit more, I'm just gonna fatten up a little bit over and over. And in the end, that demotivates me. So I do want to stay as lean as I can, as I'm fatter, leaner, living with my body life. So again, it's just ridiculous to believe that you're going to be discouraged because your body, you can't achieve it. You have saggy skin, you have lost 200 pounds, and whatever is your story, and now you're going to compare it to someone who might have just wanted to come to America and be a fitness model, or someone who watched, like I stopped myself from gaining fat before too long have gone. So I stopped, and maybe now you have spent a long time living the body life as a trash can body, and it's gonna take a long time to come to terms where you feel great. But what else do you have to do in life but to care about your body and be happy in the moment and stay focused on the moment, not get lost in fears of the future or the past? And then when you sit here thinking, like, what am I gonna do? Like, if I can't ever have the look anyway, why am I doing it? And that's when I think you forget the lifestyle of eating and training, the feeling, everything you work, therapy for yourself, the way you learn about life. That's what you gain. And here's another thing. You have subscribed to a body ideal of fit, lean, strong, chiseled. Now, what if that idea wasn't at all the fitness idea? What if the idea was your body, the way it's saggy, wrinkly, definitely showed it has a journey, but you show in your body manifestation that you were in defeat, self-sabotage, now you're self-made. Wouldn't that be the power trophy? You show the strength of the mind to conquer and not live according to how you lived and now think it's not worth to invest in yourself. So when you kind of flip on the things you're thinking and holding on to, why you can't do this, why you're discouraged, think about this. You have all the luck and the joy to gain in knowledge about self and your awareness of why you're doing it. You're going to have a break and freedom from feeling that only if you can have a look, which you won't be able to. Let's say, if I lived my whole life, I wouldn't be able to have the ideal look anyway, because I cannot have a body of a 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 when I'm 75, 80, 85, 90, and I want to live long and I want to have that strong body is my ideal. It's going to be the body that carries me through my whole life of adventures. I need a body strong for myself, or I'm going to have to accept it's going to be less easy to be independent because I need other people if I can't have a body. Which is how it is, you know, when we get injured and we need other people. So with your body and your results, and you've had a life, you just have to know you are living the feeling. Every day you are working with your body right away. Let's say you feel like you're not good enough, you're overweight, you're unhealthy, all that stuff. Now you have the greatest journey to come to be healthy and happy. And you can focus on your mind from day one to learn how to be happy and enjoy this therapy, to enjoy the whole process, to enjoy and stop looking so much about a body. Because again, think about it, how you look up to me maybe, or you think whatever about me. And it's just your perception. And you might be in a group where other people all agree this is what we like to look fit. But that's just culture. And it has nothing to do with you. And it has nothing to do with you. If you lived in the middle of nowhere with no access to other fitness bodies, what would you know was fit? You. So you gotta really be intelligent to think about the human mind and how it goes in to be self-depressed, because you're comparing and you believe you're holding on to ideals of an image. Now look at history and look at images of beauty ideals and standards and look at how they evolve. So if you look back when we didn't have money or junk food as a given, what was the ideal? Plump, brittle, voluptuous, definitely not shredded, defined and tanned, because that would be, oh, she's poor, she's a worker, and we like to have a lifestyle of a sedentary life because that was luxury. That was the way to be. And kind of have a bad, you know, the women were so fragile that they love to kind of feel like they can't breathe in their corsets because it was like some kind of adorable way to be. So everything changes, but if you want to feel great, I feel like you are here living your life on the right time and you are perfect, just take that, own up to it, be your own ideal, be your real you, and be proud of yourself. Because it's all about, you are just not wanting people to say something about your body, right? You are feeling the discouragement and the criticism, and it lingers in your mind. But you gotta start separating yourself from that because it's been entrained into you. So separate and liberate and be happy. Because you have the perfect body. It's your body. That's the body. That's end of discussion.